They're nature's little blue jewels, aren't they? We hear it all the time, that we should be eating more blueberries for our memory, to protect our heart, and to help us stay sharp and active as we get older. And every single bit of that is true. These small berries are one of the most powerful gifts nature has given us for maintaining our health and vitality. But what if I told you that a few tiny, innocent habits, things that most of us do every single day without a second thought, are silently stopping those wonderful benefits right in their tracks? What if the way we wash, store, or even eat our blueberries could accidentally be erasing all the good we think we're doing? It's a frustrating thought, but it's also an incredibly empowering one. Because today, we're not just going to talk about why you should eat blueberries. We're going to uncover the 8 silent mistakes that can turn this incredible superfood into little more than a sugary snack. We will count them down together, from mistake number 8 all the way to the number 1 mistake that nearly everyone makes. And I'll give you a small hint about that top mistake. It's a simple step that happens right in your own kitchen after you get home from the store, and it could be costing you the most benefits of all. My goal today is simple: to make sure that every single blueberry you eat is working for you, not against you. By the end of this video, you'll have the simple, clear knowledge to unlock the full power of this amazing fruit. So let's get started on this journey together. Let's begin with mistake number 8. All right, let's dive right in with mistake number 8, one that so many of us make with the best of intentions. I call this one the healthy snack trap. Picture this: you're in the bright, busy dairy aisle of the grocery store. You see all those colorful yogurt cups lined up, and your eyes land on one labeled blueberry yogurt. You pick it up, feeling good about your choice. It seems perfect, doesn't it? A quick, easy snack that gives you fruit, calcium, and protein all in one. It feels like a smart, responsible decision for your health. But let's do something we rarely have time for in that busy aisle. Let's take a moment, right here, and look a little closer at what's really inside that cup. More often than not, that beautiful purple swirl you see isn't from a handful of fresh, whole blueberries. It's actually created from a mixture of things that work against our health goals. Instead of whole blueberries, you're often getting a spoonful of sugar, artificial flavorings to mimic the taste, and maybe just a tiny amount of fruit puree or concentrate to be able to put blueberry on the label. The average single-serving flavored yogurt can have up to 18 grams of added sugar. That's like eating 4 teaspoons of sugar in what you thought was a healthy snack. Now, why is this so important for us, especially after 60? Because our bodies handle sugar differently now. That sudden rush of sugar causes an energy roller coaster. You might feel a quick burst of energy, but it's soon followed by a slump that leaves you feeling tired, foggy, and even craving more sugar later in the day. It silently works against our goal of having steady, reliable energy. This reminds me of my dear friend Arthur. He started eating a flavored blueberry yogurt every single morning, thinking it was helping him stay strong and active, but he couldn't understand why he felt so sluggish and ready for a nap by 10 a.m. The culprit wasn't that he was getting older. It was the hidden sugar crash from his healthy breakfast. But here's the beautiful part. The solution is simple, and it puts you back in the driver's seat of your health. It's the simple swap. Instead of reaching for the pre-flavored blueberry cup, pick up a container of plain Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. These are packed with protein to support your muscles and keep you feeling full and satisfied. Then, when you get home, you add your own delicious, real blueberries, fresh or even frozen, as they are just as nutritious. You can add a handful, control the sweetness yourself with a tiny drizzle of honey if you even need it, and you get something truly powerful. With this simple swap, you get all the wonderful protein your body needs. You avoid the energy roller coaster. And most importantly, you get the real, vibrant, brain-protecting benefits of actual whole blueberries. You're no longer falling for the trap. You're building a truly healthy snack that works for you. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Have you ever been surprised to find out what's really in a so-called healthy food? Moving on to mistake number 7. This is another one that seems so logical on the surface, and it comes from a place of wanting to be careful with our food. I call this one the wash later habit. You bring home that beautiful container of fresh blueberries. And what's the first rule many of us were taught? Don't wash them until you're ready to eat them, or they'll get soft and mushy. It sounds like smart advice for keeping your berries fresh and firm, and for decades, that's what many of us have done. We place them straight into the refrigerator, planning to rinse them just before they go into our oatmeal or morning smoothie. But there's an invisible reason why this well-meaning habit might not be the safest choice for our health. You see, blueberries are consistently on a list that food experts call the dirty dozen. All this means is that due to their delicate, edible skin, they can hold onto more pesticide residue from the farming process than fruits with thick, protective peels like bananas or oranges. When you store them unwashed for several days, those residues are sitting on the skin the entire time. Now, for a younger person's body, this might not have a huge immediate impact. But as we mature, our body's natural cleanup crew, our liver and kidneys, can sometimes work at a gentler pace. This means we can be a little more sensitive to outside chemicals. It's simply a smart and proactive step to reduce our exposure to these residues whenever and wherever we can. This is where we can create a simple 2-minute welcome home ritual for our berries. It's easy, it gives you wonderful peace of mind, and it even helps your berries stay fresh. Here's what you do. As soon as you get home, fill a large bowl with cool water and stir in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda is wonderful because it helps to break down and wash away residues that plain water often leaves behind. Let your blueberries soak in this mixture for about 10 to 15 minutes. After they've had their little bath, give them a gentle rinse under cool, running water. And here's the most important step to prevent them from getting soft. Carefully pat them completely dry with a soft cloth or paper towel before you put them away. It's a simple act of care that ensures the blueberries you eat are as pure and beneficial as nature intended. You're not just washing fruit, you're taking an extra step to look after your long-term well-being. Now for mistake number 6. This one is something many people don't even realize is a mistake, and I call it tossing out the treasure. Imagine a brave knight preparing for a great journey, but just before he leaves, he takes off his shining armor and leaves it behind. It sounds silly, doesn't it? But we are unknowingly doing something very similar when we don't eat the blueberry's skin. You see, that deep, rich, beautiful blue color of a blueberry isn't just for show. The vast majority of the fruit's most powerful health benefits are concentrated right there, in the skin. That vibrant color comes from special protective compounds called anthocyanins. Think of them as the blueberry's personal bodyguards. These are the incredible antioxidants that science has linked directly to protecting our precious brain cells, helping to keep our memory sharp, and defending the delicate blood vessels in our eyes from age-related damage. They are the true treasure inside every berry. So, when we use blueberry products where the skin has been filtered out or removed, like in many clear juices, smooth jellies, or even some fillings for pies and pastries, we're getting the sweetness of the fruit, but we've left the best part, the protective treasure, behind. It's like reading a book but skipping the most important chapter. The solution, thankfully, is the easiest one yet. Simply enjoy the blueberry whole, skin and all, just as nature created it. If you love them in smoothies, a great tip is to blend them straight from the freezer. The cold helps preserve the delicate skin and all the powerful bodyguards within it. If you're adding them to a warm bowl of oatmeal in the morning, just stir them in right at the end. This keeps the skins intact and gives you a wonderful burst of fresh flavor without making them mushy. It's a simple truth to remember next time you enjoy this amazing fruit. The power is in the purple. Don't let that treasure go to waste. We're now at the halfway point with mistake number 5, and this one is truly a silent mistake. You wouldn't see it, taste it, or feel it happening, but it can rob you of one of the most important nutrients in your berries. I call this the unfriendly food pairing. Think about a beautiful summer salad dotted with fresh blueberries and crisp slices of cucumber. Or maybe one of those refreshing detox waters you see online, with both ingredients floating inside. It looks like the peak of health, a perfect combination of hydration and antioxidants, all in one bowl or glass. But behind the scenes, a quiet chemical reaction is taking place. It's a bit of a nutritional heist, and unfortunately, the blueberry's most famous vitamin is the target, vitamin C. Here's what happens, and it's quite fascinating. Cucumbers contain a natural enzyme. Think of this enzyme as a specialized little worker whose only job is to find and break down vitamin C. So when fresh cucumbers and blueberries are mixed together and sit for a while, this enzyme from the cucumber starts to break down the wonderful vitamin C from the berries, neutralizing it before your body even gets a chance to absorb it. And for us, that vitamin C is like gold. It is absolutely essential for helping our bodies produce collagen, which is what keeps our skin looking firm and healthy. It's a cornerstone of our immune system, our first line of defense that helps us fend off sniffles and bugs. It even plays a key role in helping our bodies heal. We want to get every bit of it we can. Now, this doesn't mean you have to choose between these two wonderful foods. Not at all. The solution is incredibly simple. Just give them some space. Enjoy your blueberries in your morning yogurt or oatmeal, and save those refreshing cucumber slices for your lunch or an afternoon salad. A good rule of thumb is to wait about an hour between eating them. That gives your body plenty of time to welcome in and absorb all the fantastic vitamin C from the blueberries, long before the cucumber's enzyme ever enters the picture. It's a simple little timing trick, but it's a smart one. It ensures you're getting every last drop of the amazing benefits you're working so hard to get from your healthy food choices. Let's move on to mistake number 4. This one goes against what many of us believe about healthy eating, and it's based on the classic idea that you can sometimes have too much of a good thing. When something is as good for us as blueberries are, it's natural to think, well, if a handful is healthy, then a big bowl of them must be even better. Many people, as a positive health choice, will swap out a rich dessert for a large bowl of fresh blueberries at night. On the surface, this looks like a fantastic, responsible decision. But as we've been discovering, our bodies have their own unique rhythm and preferences, especially as we mature. Our digestive system can be a bit more sensitive, and sometimes a large flood of even the healthiest food all at once can be a little overwhelming for it to handle. Blueberries are full of two wonderful things: healthy fiber and a natural fruit sugar called fructose. In the right amounts, they're fantastic for us. But in one very large portion, that high dose of fiber can sometimes cause bloating, gas, or discomfort for some people. And the concentrated amount of fruit sugar, even though it's natural, can send your blood sugar on that same roller coaster we talked about earlier, which can even disrupt a peaceful night's sleep. This reminds me of my lovely neighbor, Mary. She was so proud of herself for swapping her nightly bowl of ice cream for a big bowl of blueberries. But she was confused when she started having trouble sleeping peacefully and would sometimes wake up with uncomfortable stomach cramps. The simple reason was that the large portion of fruit was just a bit too much for her system to process all at once, especially late at night. The key here isn't to eat fewer blueberries overall, but to enjoy them more strategically throughout your day. The best approach is to think in terms of sprinkles, not giant bowls. A perfect serving size is about a healthy handful, or roughly half a cup. Instead of one large bowl at night, try enjoying that amount in your morning cereal, and maybe another handful in the afternoon with some nuts or cheese. And that brings us to a wonderful tip. Pairing blueberries with a little protein or healthy fat, like a few almonds, some walnuts, or plain Greek yogurt, is a brilliant way to slow down your body's absorption of the fruit sugar. This gives you that smooth, steady, reliable energy we're all looking for, instead of a spike and a crash. It's all about creating a gentle, steady stream of goodness that your body can use comfortably, all day long. We are now in our top 3, and mistake number 3 is a crucial one that happens before the blueberries even make it into your kitchen. This is all about the choice at the grocery store. Every time we walk into the produce section, we're faced with choices. And when we're standing in front of the blueberries, there's often a fork in the road, a package of conventional berries on one side and a package of organic berries on the other. For many of us, the only obvious difference seems to be the price tag, but the real difference is invisible, and it's one that becomes more and more important as we get older. We've already talked about washing pesticides off the surface of our berries. But the quiet concern with conventionally grown blueberries is that some of the chemicals used during farming don't just sit on the skin. They can be absorbed right into the soft, delicate flesh of the fruit itself. This means that even with the most careful washing, we might not be getting rid of everything. As we age, our brain and our nervous system can become more sensitive to these outside chemicals. So taking small, simple steps to lighten the chemical load on our bodies is one of the kindest things we can do for our long-term health. Think of it as a proactive step to support clearer thinking and a steady nervous system for all the years to come. Now, the immediate solution is to choose certified organic berries, but I completely understand that they can be more expensive, and that's a real and valid consideration for many of us. So here are 3 fantastic and practical ways to approach this. First, if it fits your budget, buying fresh organic is a wonderful choice and gives you great peace of mind. Second, don't forget the freezer aisle. This is my favorite tip. Organic frozen blueberries are often much more affordable than fresh ones. They are frozen at the absolute peak of ripeness, which locks in all their nutrition. And they are perfect for smoothies, stirring into oatmeal, or just for a cool snack. And third, if you have a local farmer's market, go and talk to the growers. They are often happy to tell you exactly how they grow their food. And you can find wonderful produce grown with minimal to no pesticides, even if it's not officially certified organic. This choice isn't about being perfect. It's about making a smart investment in your future health and giving yourself that peace of mind. You're simply choosing the cleanest, purest fuel possible for your body and your brain. We are now at the crucial mistake number 2, and this one is all about ensuring your daily comfort and allowing you to enjoy your food without any unpleasant surprises later. I call this one the acidic overload combo. Imagine a tropical fruit smoothie blended with sweet, juicy pineapple and a burst of those antioxidant-rich blueberries. It sounds like a glass of pure sunshine, doesn't it? It's packed with vitamins, and pineapple itself contains bromelain, a wonderful enzyme that helps with inflammation. It's a combination we see all the time in healthy fruit salads and recipes, but for some of us, especially those with more sensitive digestive systems, this vibrant duo can have an unexpected and uncomfortable downside. The hidden issue here isn't about sugar or chemicals. It's simply about acid. Both pineapple and blueberries are naturally acidic fruits, which is perfectly healthy and normal on their own. However, when you combine them in one meal or one smoothie, you're essentially doubling the acid load that you're asking your stomach to handle all at once. For a younger, tougher digestive system, this might not cause any issues. But as we get older, the protective lining of our stomach can sometimes become a bit thinner or more sensitive. This acidic overload can be the trigger for discomfort, like heartburn, a sour stomach, or that unpleasant burning feeling of acid reflux. You might enjoy that delicious fruit salad for lunch, and then spend the afternoon wondering why you have that nagging, uncomfortable sensation. I was speaking with a woman named Susan who started every single morning with a blueberry and pineapple smoothie for the health benefits. But she began to dread the afternoons because she would get terrible heartburn. A nutritionist suggested a simple experiment. Just separate the 2 fruits. The change for her was almost immediate. Her daily discomfort vanished completely. And just like our previous pairing mistake, the solution is not to give up these wonderful, healthy fruits. It's simply about timing. Let each one have its own moment. Enjoy your blueberries with your breakfast, and save that sweet, tropical pineapple for a delicious midday or afternoon snack. By giving your system that little break of an hour or 2 in between, you allow it to comfortably process one acidic food long before the next one arrives. It's a very simple adjustment that can make a huge difference, allowing you to enjoy all the amazing benefits of these fruits with none of the discomfort. And here we are. We have arrived at the number 1 silent mistake. Thank you for staying with me on this journey. This final mistake is perhaps the most common of all, and it can silently undo every single bit of good you've done in choosing and preparing your berries. I call this one the kitchen counter catastrophe. You've done everything right so far. You chose the perfect organic blueberries at the store. You brought them home, and maybe you left them on the counter for a little while before just sliding that plastic clamshell container they came in directly into your refrigerator. It seems completely normal and harmless. But that simple act is where the catastrophe begins. The number one enemy of a fresh, potent blueberry is moisture. Blueberries are incredibly delicate. Unlike an apple or a banana, they don't have a thick, tough peel to protect them. Trapped moisture, even just a little bit of condensation inside that plastic box, is a breeding ground for invisible mold, and it causes the precious, health-giving vitamins in the berries to break down at an astonishing speed. In fact, university research has shown that blueberries can lose a significant amount of their essential vitamin C and powerful antioxidants within just 48 hours if they're stored improperly in a sealed container. All of that health-protecting power you paid for simply vanishes into thin air. But even worse than losing nutrients is what can start to grow. You may not see it or smell it at first, but tiny mold spores can begin to form on the berries. For a mature digestive system, these mold toxins can be particularly irritating, sometimes leading to unexplained bloating, stomach discomfort, or even worsening inflammatory issues like joint pain. So how do we protect our investment and our health? It's easy with this simple 3-step preservation plan. Step 1, inspect and liberate. The moment you get home, take the berries out of that plastic container. Gently pour them onto a paper towel and quickly but carefully pick out any that are already soft, squishy, or moldy. Remember, one bad berry can spoil the whole batch. Step 2. Keep them dry. This is critical. Do not wash your blueberries before you store them. Only wash them right before you are about to pop them in your mouth or add them to a dish. Step 3. Let them breathe. Place your dry, inspected berries in a single layer inside a container that is lined with a fresh, dry paper towel. A glass dish or a simple bowl works perfectly. Do not seal it with a tight lid. Put it in the fridge uncovered, or just rest the lid lightly on top. This allows air to circulate and any moisture to escape. This entire routine takes maybe 60 seconds, but it is the single most important thing you can do to ensure that the blueberries you eat on day 5 are just as powerful, pure, and healthy as they were on the day you bought them. And there you have it. We've walked through 8 silent mistakes together, and I hope you can see how easy they are to make. But more importantly, how incredibly easy they are to fix. This was never about making you worry or feel like you've done something wrong. It's about turning confusion into confidence. It's about shining a light on these simple habits so that you can get the maximum benefit from this incredible superfood that nature has provided. From now on, you know how to build your own powerful snack by adding real berries to plain yogurt. You have a simple welcome home ritual to wash them purely. You know that the real treasure for your brain and eyes is in the skin, and to give your berries a little space from certain other foods to get all their vitamins. You know that a handful is the perfect portion, that choosing organic, especially frozen, is a smart investment, and you have a 60-second plan to store them perfectly. Every one of these small changes is a powerful deposit into your health bank account. It's a simple step you take today to help protect your sharp memory, your clear eyesight, and your precious energy and independence for all the years to come. I would truly love to hear from you now. Which of these tips was the most surprising or the most helpful for you? What is one small change you think you'll try this week? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Reading your experiences helps everyone in this wonderful community. If this video opened your eyes to something new, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps other people find this important information. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on living a vibrant and healthy life. And finally, if you can think of a friend or a family member who loves blueberries, please consider sharing this video with them. You could make a real and positive difference in their health. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Be well, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next video.